Welcome back, everyone, to the final round coverage of the 2021 Usdgc. This round, I am joined by 2018 world champion, Mr. Greg Barsby. How you feeling today?
Good morning. I'm feeling great. This is going to be such a fun round to watch. Final round of the Usdgc. This is, put up or shut up time. It's impressive.
Yep. You said it. It is the final round of the final major of the year, so pressure time. And what a shocker, Macbeth on top.
Made a great run yesterday to put himself in position to win his third Usdgc. I know he wants this. A lot of players have said that maybe Paul hasn't had the best year, but he set the standard so high, and for years past, I'm interested to see how this one transpires.
No question. He has had a little bit of putting issues down the stretch of this season, but I've seen him putting in the hours on the green. Now, he is going to get started on hole 1, which is the same hole we've played for a lot of years. This year, though, they've thrown 2 Mandos up and that log in front of the green.
Yeah, the log makes a big difference. You can't slide it in there anymore, so you've got to have nice height on the shot. Beth going backhand, probably playing maybe a Luna here or a putter. Oof. That was clean.
He's had this hole dialed all weekend. He's throwing that putter shot just perfect.
That's the way to play it, too. You notice he went a little long there. I think that's the smart one. Just keep it over the log, get himself a look.
Dickerson now was leading after 2 rounds, fell back a little bit, but is only 1 stroke off the lead coming into this final round.
Ooh, just a little low. Chris, being the defending champion of this tournament, he really wants this one. He's had a really solid year taking down Green Mountain. And another guy that's had a solid year is Drew. He's right there in the mix.
Every year, I feel like we just see Drew take another step forward in becoming one of the top players in the world, and that is a pretty forgiving little reaction there.
Yeah, he dribbled through. He's going to have a downhill putt from circle's edge.
Martin Hendel, Canadian zone.
I mean, Martin, a lot of players were thinking, wow, Martin's on lead card. This guy throws a rock as good as almost anyone. And it looks like he went with the putter there. Crosswind right to left. Nice play. And he's got CTP in the group. That's basically a tap-in for him.
Absolutely. It seems like Marty's always, not in the mix to win at USDGC, but really always just putting in a great performance out here.
He's smooth. I think that's the big thing. He's got good control. So a layup there from Chris. Maybe it's just a little too windy for him, and that's like 55 feet from that log. So smart play.
Yeah. Drew now here with about 30 feet on the birdie attempt.
Yeah, Drew switched to these EV7 putters, and I think his game has come alive, although I didn't see that one coming.
No, just a straight-up air ball, and he's going to have a pretty short comebacker at least.
Yeah, he's been solid from that range, and now here's Macbeth. These are the ones that you've got to knock down if you want to win this championship.
And he does, right in the middle. Putting stroke looks good to start the round.
That was a good putt. You notice he put that one up in the air a little bit with that left to right and made sure that he knew the wind was going to drop it. So he didn't leave it short. It's a nice start for Macbeth.
Drew now, a little bit of a gut check putt to start your day, though.
Oh, my goodness. He left it a half inch short.
What's going through your mind? Hole 1 as Marty knocks in this birdie. You've been playing well, so well all weekend, and you start off with a little bit of an uncharacteristic bogey.
Definitely a gut check, like you said. It's windy on that green. That's one of the windier greens on the course, just the way that the wind moves up off the water onto the hill. It can provide a little bit of a challenge even on those short putts. I don't think that's going to bother Drew. I think he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, confident player, definitely. Hole 2, though, par 4, 630 feet. Kind of a unique hole. A little bit of a low ceiling off the tee.
I'm interested to see how the guys play this one. A lot of times you'd have guys throw the roller back in the day, but now that you've got the OB to the right, the roller is definitely a little more testy. Yes. I think we're going to see a roller out of Drew, and I think we're going to see some air shots from Chris and Paul, likely Martin as well. I just think that going out of bounds here is a big no-no in this situation.
Absolutely. Paul just so consistent with these low ceiling, just laser shots.
Oh, he pulled that one just a little, but he got a kick to the right, and he's basically straight away from the pin. He's just going to have to deal with some OB on the left, and there's Martin, nice and flat.
Good shot.
Yeah, he probably wanted a little more out of that, but
He's in the middle, and he's at least attackable from there.
certainly probably right around 100 yards, 300 feet or so.
Dickerson looking to improve a little bit on the first 2 drives. Oh, he pulled it too.
He might get through. Oh,
Nah. Similar spot as Macbeth.
yeah, he's going to have a little bit of stuff to look through there. I don't know if that'll affect him, but
Ooh. Oh, you're right. Yep. Roller out of Drew here, and that looks really good.
oh, that looks really good. He's just got to watch out.
Okay, that's beyond really good, Greg. That is insane.
Quality golf shot there from Drew. Notice he started that with Heiser and it flipped all the way over. I think that's a good play, keeping it away from that right side.
This takes stones, Greg. He's going for it.
Incredible shot by Macbeth there. Nice low release to keep it under the stuff. That was a laser. I'd expect Chris to follow suit here. It's another guy that just throws lasers.
Ooh, really putting some flex on a medium overstable disc.
He was probably hoping that would get back on edge and give him a little ground play. He's going to have a putt. Maybe got one of the sticks in the way.
Yeah.
Chris is such a sound putter. I mean, he's got it as good of a chance from there, wide open as that sticks in the way. It doesn't really matter.
Marty now just looking to play this right side. Not really looking to test that OB. I think he found it during our round 3 coverage.
That was perfect.
Great shot.
He'll have to contend with those sticks, but like you said, he kept it safe. That had no chance of going OB.
Yeah, Marty really just loves those straight shots. Drew going to the jokery on the upshot here.
Yeah, kind of a bummer lie for how good of a shot he had.
Yeah.
And I would call that a slight miscue from maybe 180 feet, but he's going to have a putt. He's been making those this week, so.
Man, how about the gallery out there today, Greg? It was packed.
It's awesome vibe on the course.
Oh, a little low.
He did have a line.
That same wind, not quite as stiff as off 1, but in that same direction, pushing off to the right of the basket.
Macbeth from 22. What a great birdie from being out of position. That's a 5-time world champion right there.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
He's done that a few times.
There might not be anything scarier in disc golf than playing against Macbeth and he just starts out birdie and just seems to be lights out.
He definitely knows how to flip the switch. This is a big one for Drew. After the bogey on 1, he'd really like to get that back and get on track.
Hey, good putt.
Solid, low center. That had nowhere to go but the bottom of the cup.
So that'll move Drew to even through 2 holes. No harm, no foul. He can look to maybe finish his 16 down after this.
And here's Martin. For guys that don't know Martin Hindell back home, this is a Canadian that has won multiple A tiers. This guy can play.
Yeah, he does. He kind of rotates between being the highest rated Canadian, kind of with Thomas Gilbert, Casey Hannemeyer, all in that like 10 high teens club.
Yeah, and Hindell's just smooth as silk.
Yes.
The guy, he doesn't make mistakes. That's why he's at 19 under. You can see Macbeth extending his lead by 3.
Oof. That's
Boy.
a scary sight.
Well, now hole 3, you can swing 2 really quick here.
Very true.
You've got the hazard on the left. This is an iconic disc golf hole. And then apparently there was a sinkhole over there where that fence is, so you definitely don't want to throw there. You might not get your disc back.
Yeah, you found it during round 2, right?
I did.
Yeah. Did you get the disc back?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Thankfully. Maybe a few foot left, I might not have got it back. But I expect everybody here to throw a backhand.
Yeah, I would assume so. This hole is, Lee said it's so iconic. When I think USDGC, this is the hole that pops into my mind. I don't know why, but it's just so pure.
Yeah, it's a beautiful hole, just under 390 feet, about 125 meters, and Macbeth just, God, there we go. That'll do it.
Oh, getting it started, that looks like a 3-3 start. McBeast mode, fringing on being activated.
Yo, it's getting close.
Yeah.
He locks in a turkey here. You might as well count it. Guessing Hindell's going with a rock of sorts. Might be going putter.
I think he might go to that star AVR he threw off hole 1. He gets so much spin on the disc. He can throw those straight shots, and they just glide for days.
That's a quality move there. He's inbounds, probably looking up the hill, 27 feet. And Drew, I'm not sure what he's throwing here. Drew's got a mixed bag, and I think he's really enjoying it.
Yeah.
He can throw any mold that he wants. A little bit of a pull over there, but he'll have a long look.
Really, as long as you're staying out of the hazard on this one and anywhere near the green, you're not upset about it, I don't think.
Totally. Any opportunity is good. Dickerson, that's got a little too much hyzer on it.
That's got a lot too much hyzer. Found the hazard, and that's what we're talking about. Not what you need to see when Macbeth is sitting there for 3.
Oh, boy, that was a misplay from Chris. You just don't see him do that very often. This guy is very methodical in his game. He's going to give this a little bid.
Oof. Now, we saw Chris final round at GMC. He was playing so solid the whole tournament. Had a little bit of trouble down the stretch. I guess he did play Music City, but that was the last time I remember him seeing him play. Really would like to see him close out strong here.
Yeah, that's a tough 4, and he rolled away. You can't really tell on the camera. Oh, Drew needed that to rise. You can't really tell on the camera, but you see how far Chris got away here. It's just enough of that gradual downhill to where it'll take the disc and it'll roll away. And great putt there from Dickerson.
Into a little bit of a headwind.
Keeping the 4, I mean, that's a gut check right there. You 5-hole 3, that's a real tough one.
Yeah, tough to come back. Marty now looking to go 3 for 3. He's been playing so clean, consistent. I feel like nobody's really gave him a fair chance in this, but he's playing so well.
Oh, he just needed that to rise. Looked like he was a little quick through his motion. Macbeth tapping out the deuce. 3 for 3.
A troubling sight for anyone trying to chase him down. But, I will say, chase card a few holes ahead, and there's 3 people, Joel, Ricky, and Kyle, who are all just putting down numbers today.
It's the day to do it.
You're not wrong there.
It's the day to go. And, I mean, all 3 of those guys, Ricky especially, who's been here many times, he's played super hot rounds. He knows how to apply the pressure.
Hole 4, one of the kookiest holes I think we see on tour. Really, it's like a candy cane horseshoe type hole. 440 feet. The distance isn't going to kill you, but the landing zone off the tee is so specific to be able to make the turn around the Mando. What's the play for these guys here?
I think if they're playing a backhand, they're just trying to play it straight out and get it to stop before they get to the tree's edge. Looks like Macbeth probably taking a fairway driver, maybe even a mid-range here. And he's right on that fringe of being a little too short. I think he'll probably be able to play the flick around there and give himself opportunity. And looking to follow suit and caught that tree on the left. That's basically going to be a layup past the Mando and a chip up 4 at best.
Drew really would like a little more distance than Paul, and it's okay if you flare out to the left because the second shot really is not, too much as far as...
That was tight, but that looks perfect.
Stop.
Maybe a little long with this buzz there.
That's what we're talking about, how fine that landing zone is.
It's maybe 20 feet wide.
Chris, this looks a little short too. It looks great.
I'll be interested to see if any of them do some theatrics with a cut roller or.
We saw you pull that one out in round 2. Actually, your bogey save in round 2 was one of the most impressive holes disc golf I've seen.
It's one of the best bogeys I've ever had.
Yes, I knew you were feeling it too, Chris. Yeah, going to backhand roller here.
Wow. Okay, so you don't see this very often. That is so good.
Wow. Made the corner.
That's so good.
Might have some couple of shrubs in his way, but he's on the green after that tee shot.
Right.
You just don't see that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he's got stuff in the way. The fact that he got an opportunity is downright impressive. Macbeth taking the flick. He's going to have a look there slightly obstructed.
Oh, Drew, you nailed it. He is just a little too far. Might be able to find something through the trees, but it's technical.
Yeah, he's going to be able to scrap through there. The main thing is keeping the nose up here. And he just threw it a little too low.
Looked good out the hand, but you said just maybe a foot too low.
The margin of error isn't much right there. In this camera angle, you can really see there is a nice uphill once you get to the Mando, and Martin's played this.
Oh, it looked like it was wide.
Oh, no. That's going to be a tough putt.
It is. Probably going to have to lean out to the left. Yeah, you can see how in the bushes that is. Drew.
This course looks easy on film. There's a lot of attention to detail that you need to have on these holes.
I think this course, more than any that we play on tour, is you need reps, you need years of experience to just find each of the angles and, play to one side of the fairway or the other. You come out here and just start ripping it around, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, and it's a shooter's choice type of course. You can play it a bunch of different ways. The main thing is playing it the way that'll keep you safe and give you opportunities to score. There's big numbers looming out there if you make mistakes and you let your emotions ride.
No, that is very true. And something to note, Paul is off to this hot start, but there are plenty of opportunities later in the course for things to get weird. Hats on backwards.
Flipping it backwards. And, Paul's really good at these style putts. Basically, he doesn't have any legs in it, so he's just going to pop the putter with his arm. And he's really good at this. Oh, wow. That was a really good run. Just a little bit to the left. He wanted that one.
Yeah, frustrating there for Macbeth. Two great shots.
He's looking at that tree like it took something from him. Here's Chris after a great second.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Dead center.
Oh, my goodness.
Dead center.
How do you move on from that? I've been locked up in the edit room all weekend. I've seen none of this. That was truly tragic.
If I'm Chris's caddy, I tell him to do the same exact thing. You don't change a thing about that. That's just unfortunate, especially to pick up a stroke.
Man.
Macbeth's still on the knee here. Got a little bit of a roll away. This shouldn't be much problem for him. Okay. Back up, going to a straddle stance.
Man, he's had a lot of work to do on the greens for being really inside the circle on everything.
A little headwind kicking up on him.
Why not? Add it to it.
It's throwing it at him right now. The course is just saying, I'm out here. It's going to be tough.
Yeah. Yeah, this ain't going to be easy.
Good stroke from Macbeth. Clean. Lands it. That was a little low, but found its way over the rim. Par here is not a terrible score. Obviously, he was looking for the birdie.
No, but yeah, you said it. It is going to pick up the stroke on Marty there and not going to lose any to Chris, at least, after the tragic spit out. Macbeth now 3 through 4 is going to bring him to that 25 under mark, 5 clear of the rest of the card. Whew.
Yeah, he's on cruise control, but he knows there's other players out there, and you've got to make scores on this course. The main thing is not making mistakes, and especially unforced errors. This is a prime hole for any player that can play it smart to get themselves in position. You basically play a position shot here on 5 twice, and then play over the water, whether it be a forehand or a backhand, wherever you're sitting. So this is a hole that can give you those unforced errors.
Yeah, the 1025 mark on the distance isn't going to kill you, but you said it. It's 2 passive placement shots, and if you're out of position at all after the second, it can be an absolute bomb to get over that water.
Yeah, it's about 450 from the tree that's down in the fairway over the ditch. I think, you'll see guys throwing either gentle turnovers over the hill or Macbeth going with this sidearm here. That's good height. A little tight. Oh.
If it's off the trees, it's at least reasonable. He is on the high ground, but you like to see players like to see them be on the left side so they can have a lot more room to the right to work a backhand in.
And here's Drew with the buzz. This is perfect. That's exactly how a buzz is supposed to fly, except for about 70 feet shorter than that for normal people.
Exactly. Yeah, that's at 120% scale. Chris has really been disciplined this whole week, going to that red mid-range off the tee. Gets it a little turned over, but, as long as you're in position and not under a tree or in the water off the tee, you're all right.
Yeah, that's fine. And Marty is following suit. You can see these 3 players are on the lead card for a reason.
Absolutely. Just the trust in the backhand to kind of throw it right at that water's edge and know it's going to drift off to the right. That's the difference here.
Well, that's why you're seeing these guys throw mid-range shots, because they don't have the fade that a driver will have.
Mm-hmm.
And the fairway slopes from right to left down to the water, and it comes up quick.
Yeah, it really runs down there. You know, if you leave it with a little bit of air on the backhand especially, it just goes so quick to the water.
Now, I had a feeling Macbeth would throw a forehand here. That is not what he was looking for.
No, that is definitely out of position. I think Birdie's pretty much out of play there.
Especially because he went into the ditch. I mean, he's going to have poor footing. Now, Chris taking that same flippy mid. Is that same disc?
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's tasty.
I love a good hole where you can just throw the same disc, pick it up, mark it, and rip it again.
Yeah, that was pretty much to a T right there. He's in really good position. Put himself down there. He's going to have less than 400 to the pin.
Marty looking to do the same. Just throw it straight.
Looks like he went fairway driver. A little flippy, but again, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. He's going to have a little bit more distance than Chris to the pin, but definitely manageable.
Mm-hmm. And you can bail out to the right, you know, just clear the water and with a little bit more turn.
Oh,
then
no.
This is rough. This
Uh-oh.
needs to stick. Ugh, does not. Takes the OB stroke. Is going to be throwing 4 from this side of the water now.
You could tell when he let that one go, he didn't like it. Just a little too much nose up, a little tight. And
Macbeth kind of turning one over again.
yeah, I think after the second shot, he was thinking, at all costs, be safe. Don't even give it a chance to go in the water. And Martin's flipped it up over there to the right. That's a good play. Made sure it's safe. Very small chance of a conversion from that distance, though.
Yeah, from that length, really trying to hit the corner of the green there is just kind of unreasonable.
That's low out of Chris's
Chris
hand.
needs
got to
to
move.
glide.
It's got to move.
It does. Whew, skin of his teeth, man.
No doubt. He's like, oh, boy. Okay. All right, it's over.
I can breathe again.
All right, so Macbeth, he's likely going with a force here. He's going to want to hang this out to the left side. Nice.
Ooh.
Nice little drag up there. Use the speed of the disc, turn it over.
Wow. I was kind of expecting him to maybe chip it a little bit more onto that right side and play it a little safe, but that had some turn. He was pushing it.
He knows that disc pretty well, obviously. It stood up for him.
Wow, Drew just hammering on the overstable disc here.
There's no way that's going in the water. Drew's just a little long. I think the line was good. You just probably need to slow it down just a little bit, but understandable. He doesn't want to go OB.
Yeah, hard to really just finesse one in there at that point. Chris from 67?
Get left. Oh, great look there from the champion. Oh, man.
He's been right on him the last
That would have
couple
been
holes.
a huge conversion. Drew from just outside.
Great save.
Connection. Nice putt there from just inside 40 feet.
Yeah, and a good bogey save. You really need to, we've said it, limit the damage as Paul taps in his par. You got to limit the damage because the big numbers come quick, and if you could just have that clean sheet, you're in the mix.
Without a doubt. But today, these guys are playing for the championship.
Absolutely.
They know they got to go low.
Marty looking to spin it in here. One of the most true spin putts I've ever seen, maybe.
He definitely jams them in there.
Yeah.
What an iconic background, too. The lake at Winthrop Arena.
How many years have you been playing here?
I think 13 or 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of history you've been a part of, a lot of history you've seen unfold, I'm sure.
Oh, the course has stayed relatively the same, but a lot of the rules changed, the out-of-bounds rules on specific holes. One hole that hasn't changed is this one, number 6. They maybe have tightened it in a little bit on that right side. So you've kind of got to slide it in there on a dime. I mean, if you can get on the beach here, you're as good as gold. Main thing is just watching the wind and not throwing it too straight. You can see the OB line creeps up pretty quickly just after the beach. So this one can definitely provide some theatrics. If you got a guy that goes OB, he's got a drop zone putt looking right at the water. I mean, you see good players get 5s here.
all the time. At 371 feet, it does play a little bit longer than that too, because you gotta throw it about the 370 and then let it break into the beach. So it's a sneaky long one.
You've got to throw it low, controlled, and get the disc back on edge. You can see that one popped up and looking to get back on edge, and almost does it.
He's about at that drop zone though, almost.
Quality shot from Macbeth there. He's inbounds. He's still in the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really shows you the difference between 371 in an open field and 371 golf shot.
Yes.
Very different things.
No question. Here's Drew. It's a little tight, a little high. He's hoping it hits the tree.
Oh, it usually does. Drew.
Oh, man, that's a tough break. You know, that's one of those 50-50 ones where he could have just hit the tree and fell down.
Absolutely.
Instead, he's going to be going to the drop zone, putting for par.
Kind of a crazy stat. Coming into the round, Drew had 16 OB strokes, and he's on lead card.
He's playing really well.
Yeah.
Speaking of playing really well, that's Chris Dickerson's disc right
Absolutely.
under the basket.
Perfect.
Can't do it better.
He's really on the knife's edge these last few holes. Should have had the birdie on 4, almost converts on 5. Now park 6. He might be getting his mojo back.
I think Hendel's looking good.
Oh my gosh, he aired it over the OB.
Wow. You can see there's that little spot where your disc can fit in where you might think it got onto the beach. It can dribble OB. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, so this is testy right here.
Horrifying putt.
Big
He
putt.
likes to kind of sting him in there.
Big putt.
Huge putt.
Got it.
Great par save by Drew.
That's a big one for sure in that situation. He's just, trucking right along. Tough drive to be able to convert from about 50 with the water's edge. That's clutch.
2 holes in a row. Par, but takes the OB stroke on both. Macbeth. A little low.
Circle.
You could tell. Frustrated.
He didn't like that one. Marty with an easy tap in.
Easy bird for both Dickerson and Marty. Getting out of here without having to make a putt is such a nice feeling.
Yeah, when you throw it 3 feet away, whether you're here at your local course,
Any course.
any course, you get to take that sigh of relief and basically focus on the next shot.
Dickerson there, and Marty able to make up a stroke on Macbeth, down to 4 through 6 holes. Hole 7 now, the clown's mouth. Drew's had a great experience already here.
I played with Drew the first round. He missed the ace by about 8 inches to the left and was out of bounds by the fence. Oh. And then the next round, apparently he aced it, made the adjustment.
Dropped it in. Well, that's fine adjustment. 8 inches over to the right.
Yeah,
I got it this time.
I think he moved it about a foot and a half to the right. That was a sweet ace from him in the second round.
If you go OB long, are you playing it from last in, or is it a drop zone?
Standard OB rules.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yep. If you make the mandatory, you're going to go to the standard OB. Chris with a miss there, but you notice his disc drop down straight. Main thing is he has to play it to the mandatory line. That's the next point.
Yes.
So he's not playing his lie to the basket. And Marty hits the top. You saw him kick left. He's going to have to stand with his 90-degree parallel to the mandatory, not to the basket. So it's not going to be an easy look for Martin.
Yeah, very true.
Whereas Chris is going to have a fairly straight-on putt.
Okay, come on, Drew.
Macbeth sliding it in there. He's going to have a look from just inside 30. And
Look at
Drew with that money stand-up one with that buzz. Most of us don't know that there's a tree on this hole. Drew knows that there's a tree in this hole.
So Marty, taking his, kind of kicked off further back than I realized.
It did. He's basically just going to maybe try to get the nose up, little hyzer spinner. Get in the hole.
Oh, Marty, look at the fist pump.
Lead card putt right there.
Oh my gosh, the gallery was insane on this hole. Fully surrounded the entire thing, 10 people deep. If you watched the live, you saw the drone coverage, and it was just a special moment out there.
That was a super sick putt. You will need to take some notes on that one. Nice nose control, good spin, kept the disc in the air. Dickerson outside the circle. That needs to hurry. That's one he's going to think about. He let that one slip away.
Yeah, I think so. Drew with the opposite angle here. Fortunate not to be behind the tree.
He's been money from this distance the last two.
Can't quite body English it in.
Just short. Just needed another foot.
Macbeth now with an opportunity to take a stroke.
You notice how he just locks in that forearm? And he's going to draw this thing straight up the line. Oh, he pulled it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's searching for something. He's wondered what's going on.
You could see when Macbeth misses a putt and he looks up, he's just fuming.
He doesn't do it very often,
No.
so you might see it once a tournament from the guy. He knows that he can close the door now and be able to play that middle section a little bit more safe if he does it now.
Absolutely, and that's so important to mention. If you have a few strokes to spare on 10, 11, 12, 13, you can really take a lot of the big numbers out of play.
Totally. You can play him safe knowing that you're not going to get any worse scores. All you've got to do is execute, I would say, fairly basic shots for these guys. I mean, these guys are the best in the world. 350-foot chip shot hyzers, like, on hole 12, for instance, not throwing it over the out of bounds. It takes all that danger out of play and can be a real benefactor in determining who's going to be the winner, because one bad shot can throw you on tilt, take a 7 over there, and
it's game on
it
for
could
everyone
be
else.
over, right?
Yeah. So you said these are the best players in the world. You are not wrong, but this course is designed to test the best players in the world, and hole 8 is exactly that. Really, it's a dealer's choice off the tee, whatever your preferred method is to get right into this range and set up that second shot down the mouth of this tunnel.
Yeah, I think the guys are just trying to get it in play. This one isn't so much attention to detail on where you land off the tee. You just want to get it on the right side. If you can keep it on the right, they're going to have an opportunity to maybe blast one down there either with a roller, a forehand, or even a low backhand shot, which is a little tougher to do. I think most of these guys are going to go with a straight backhand shot. Try to keep it on the right side of the fairway here as Martin tees it up.
He's going wraith here off the tee.
That looks prime.
Yeah, right in position. It doesn't have that big time distance off the tee on that shot, but is right in the meaty part of the fairway.
Now, I'm surprised here with Dickerson throwing the forehand, although that looks really good. It's going to drag over to the right. Oh, not such a good skip for him. He's such a good backhand throw. I'm surprised.
I know.
Forehand.
I actually totally agree.
And I could basically say the same thing again here.
What? No.
That's got to slow down.
Or speed up. Macbeth, dude. They leave that rough so long so that doesn't happen.
No way.
Yes way, Greg.
You don't see many guys skip out of that OB.
No way is right.
Drew Heiser,
Look
flip,
at this.
buzz,
Says
thank you very much.
Is there any other shot you might rather steal than Drew with the buzz? I don't know. That might be my number one choice.
I remember throwing a buzz. It was really fun.
Yeah. Hey, rocks are great too. No denying that. How about this? Is Drew's mid-range shot? We'll just say that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, he throws it as far as a driver. Speaking of incredible shots, watch out, cameraman.
Look at Dickerson. Watch out. Perk. Sideline reporter getting in on the action, but he's in business.
That's so good. That's so good. He threw it past where the sticks are. You really need to get pin high here to have the opportunity for the putt. He's maybe just outside. Stellar play there from Dickerson.
Marty going roller as well, giving it up. That's full commitment. Just needs to bend.
Looks like he was in the gymnastics for a little while.
Just about 6 inches away from clearing that ivy and being right up on the green, but he's within circle too.
What putt? Drew. Now he's throwing it onto this side hill, basically just trying to speed it past the stuff.
Great reaction though.
Whoa. Nice shot from Drew. Got to pin high. He's not going to have any sticks to deal with.
Now, Macbeth really, you get a break from Winthrop, and you've got to take advantage.
This one's going to need to be tight. This is the one that popped up for him earlier. I think he's going to throw it at the inside trees, let the disc drag over. I mean, this is a small gap, so he's got to keep it low. Oh, that's a little wide out of his hand.
Oh, but look at this.
Great shot
Thing
from
of
Macbeth.
beauty, honestly. The amount of right to left drag in the middle of that shot, so much trust in that disc.
Martin. Oh.
Had a stab at it.
You can't really tell. This is a better angle to tell that these guys are putting uphill a little bit. Dickerson from just outside. Oh, my goodness.
Just a day
he's-
late and $1 short on a couple of these.
He's so unhappy with that. You could see with like the fake
Yeah,
fist
yay.
pump. Yeah, he's a little ho-hum at this point. Drew, this is a big conversion to keep pace. He's just trying to eat up birdies.
Oof. Gobble, gobble.
Stick on the left side. He had good speed on it. It just ran into the chains.
Macbeth now after the fortuitous skip off the tee and the beautiful second shot. We have seen some shenanigans on this basket before. Rick spat out during our round 3 coverage.
Yeah, you just want to bury this one. You don't want to leave anything up to the rollaways or anything like that. I expect Paul to make this. Whoa.
Huh. Just kind of lifted on him a little bit. Threw it, tried to go high in the chains. Maybe just a little extra juice on it.
That's real surprising.
Yeah.
I understand he wanted to keep it high in the air, but with the crosswind left to right, I think he did everything he was supposed to. Maybe it just came out a little too juiced.
Mm-hmm. I mean, hard not to, man. You've got upwards of 2,500, 3,000 people staring you. It's major championship. I'm sure the adrenaline's flowing high.
It's just really out of character for Paul. Like you mentioned earlier, him having some putting struggles. You know, I haven't seen much of it, but after the last 2 holes, I mean, those are putts that Paul Macbeth makes a lot of the time,
Yeah.
90+% of the time. So it's
Started out 3 for 3, and then that block of mediocrity, just a bunch of pars. Now, no big numbers, no
Yeah.
red bogeys, so not
he's had his opportunities.
not too much to fret about. But hole 9 does offer a bogey opportunity if you are not very precise off the tee.
This hole is all about speed control and disc selection. These guys are going to be looking at the wind, seeing what it's doing. Looks like Drew's got his Calvin Destroyer. Chances are he's going to pound this up over the stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so he takes that right side through, and that thing's up in the clouds right now.
Good luck trying to film that shot. There we go.
Spikes in there about a meter from the OB.
And that's why you play it at like airplane level height.
Super sick. That is such a rip.
Mm-hmm.
He threw it like 6 stories high.
I know, like legit as tall as it was long.
That's crazy.
Marty going Wraith, I do believe.
Okay. That one turned, but it's got steam coming back. That needs to slow down. Can't tell from
Looks
that
like
angle.
it did though stay inbounds, fortunately.
Can't tell from that angle. Chris, not sure which gap he's taking here. Is he going center gap?
I think just that middle right, yeah.
There you go. Look, he split them in 2. That looks perfect.
Yes. That tall stuff in the rough is a little long, so even if you're a foot or 2 short, sometimes it can just
It'll
eat that
grab.
disc right up. Mm-hmm.
Great display there from Dickerson on why he's one of the best throwers. Just great speed control, good angle control. Macbeth taking it wider. That needs to move.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a slippage on the tee. Very, very frustrated on that one.
This is one of the new holes, and I don't know if the tee was fully ready, to be honest with you. That was a miscue from Macbeth. And
Yeah, I saw a lot of people putting towels down. Looks like he's running this, though. Are you serious? Oh, my gosh. That is the first time I've seen anyone attempt that make. And he's got strokes right now.
especially on the right side. What a baller. It's such a tough putt.
Yes.
Oh, good thing Marty hit the flag there, because
Yeah.
that was sailing out of bounds. That was going bye-bye.
Should be noted, all OB on this hole, drop zone or rethrow. So if he goes OB, he's not just putting from that OB, he's going right back to the drop.
Or his previous lie.
Sure.
You can always play your previous
Sure.
lie. Unfortunately, I know all too well about that on this hole.
No, don't tell me that, Greg.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
We did see you run it during our round 2, kind of gave it a safe go, but didn't pay the price at least.
I mean, you've got to zip it there from 50 feet, and the OB, that's maybe 20 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty easy to go out of bounds from that drop zone. That's probably why you saw Macbeth stay on the right side.
Yeah.
Because if it fades out, it should stay short.
Kind of what I was thinking as well, as we see Dickerson knock in the nice birdie, and that's 2 on Macbeth.
I feel like I just don't even have to commentate Dickerson. He just You just see what it is, and
Yeah.
he just does it.
Yep, see Dick Birdie.
That's it. He's so solid. Great front nine from the guys. Couple of slip-ups. Macbeth kind of on a schneid.
Yeah, he kind of was hot early. You can see those 3 birdies, but then has kind of fallen back, the par streak, and then is going to take that bogey on 9. And just like that, Dickerson, Drew, and frankly Marty are all right back in the mix.
4 strokes is very little on this course. That can be a couple of shots. That could be 1 hole. I'm excited to watch this thing pan out.
No question. We've got Murderers Row coming up 10, 11, 12, 13 for Paul Macbeth to get through. Make sure you come back for the back 9 coverage to see how it all plays out.